This week we're going to preview trade estimates for Friday's USDA supply-demand report, crop production, and December stocks. We're also going to take a look at updated weather trends in Brazil where soybeans are setting pods and filling pods and early harvest is occurring. We're going to wrap things up with a slightly weaker trend in export sales of U.S. beans. Hi, this is Brian Basting with Advanced Trading. Let's talk about the soybean market. We've moved into the middle of January here, and it's a critical time for the markets. We're going to highlight that by first looking at the trade estimates for Friday's USDA reports. There's several reports that day. Final crop size for 2023 beans. Also looking at updated supply-demand updates, including size of the South American bean crops. And we're also going to be looking at December 1 stocks of beans. Let's look at what the trade estimates are. A lot of numbers here. Top table is looking at crop size, middle table is looking at DS1 stocks, and the carryout estimates at the bottom. I want to focus in, though, on when everything is boiled down, what's the carryout number going to be? Because that carryout number for this year is going to reflect all those other projections, as it were. And as we highlight there, the bean number, 242 million bushels, is not too much different from what it was in December, 245. But here's the key message. Look at that trade range, nearly 100 million bushel trade range from low to high. So that's where surprises could come in for this market. Now, we highlighted this next slide last week, and that's the change in March bean futures on the day that those reports are released. There have been many years here where the price has been higher, but there have been also many years where the price has been lower, and a few years where it's been unchanged. Here's the key message. We strongly encourage you to work closely with your trusted risk management advisor to have your strategies in place prior to the release of these reports on Friday morning. Another slide we looked at last week we want to reemphasize here is that looking at Brazil and Argentina having a very important component in this price of beans for 2024. Notice the Brazil crop is probably going to be a little bit smaller on Friday from the USDA, but that Argentina crop could be nearly double what it was last year. Now, they are harvesting beans in Brazil as we speak here, so let's look at the short-term weather trends. First of all, we're going to look at where those beans are produced in Brazil. A number of key states here. Mato Grosso is the #1 state. In the south, Paraná, highlighted this week, is the #2 producing state. And the reason we've highlighted Paraná is because it's been drying out a bit, and we're going to highlight that more. It's time. Let's take a look at the weather trends now. Our slides this week, as usual, are courtesy of T-Storm Weather. I highlighted a moment ago that Paraná is drying out. This is the last 30 days. Notice that red area has moved south or migrated south a bit. Most of that area to the north had been dry, but now it's drying out in Paraná. Our next slide is looking at Friday through Saturday, up through Friday and Saturday of this week. We're looking at those northern areas getting 1 to 2 inches of rain. Continued good for those late maturing beans, but not much in the south. Now here's the trend change. January 13th to the 18th. Our next slide here is looking at more rain across that area, that south, including Paraná. So it looks like that there's going to be some relief for those beans. Let's wrap things up for the next 14 days. Notice again, Paraná is highlighted here, a normal precip over the next 14 days. That will be a significant change. Let's shift gears now and look at trends in U.S. soybean exports. Our slide here is looking at unshipped soybean export sales. What we want to do is highlight Africa this week, and buying interest from Africa has been very sluggish, especially compared to 2 years ago. As a result, ATI is lowering its annual export forecast by 35 million bushels to 1.735 billion. Notice USDA is 20 million bushels higher at 1.755. Let's wrap things up this week looking at long-term trends in November beans. Now, November beans, as we tape here on Tuesday, are trading near $12.10 a bushel. Here's a key message. Notice as we look between now and the end of February, that light yellow highlighted area, that there have been years where price has gone sideways to lower between now and the end of February, notably back in 2020. Also, that trend was evident for the most part back in 2015. Now, there have been years where the price has gone higher, but the key message is it's not too early to think about managing price risk for 2024 beans and working closely with your trusted risk management consultant. Now, if you'd like more information, please feel free to contact us at 800-664-2321. We'll put you in contact with one of our risk management consultants who'll be happy to visit with you at your convenience. And remember, we upload every Wednesday. Make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss an upload. And on Friday, January 12th this week, we'll have a live YouTube update after the release of the reports at 11 o'clock Central Time. Thanks a lot. Have a good week.